It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course. It teaches men how to get more tail for less money. Just as importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101. Here we are now, a new semester. Everybody back to school. And it's time to hunker down and study hard. There's going to be one tough semester. A tough semester. It has been apparent that many of you boys have, especially over the summer, forgotten what you've learned, ignored what you learned, or quite frankly, should not have advanced to the next semester. I'm just amazed at the number of you who have fallen down the job. You have no game. You aren't getting laid. You are giving up on yourself by having sex with single mothers, having sex with fat chicks, you know, spending your time with chicks who are, 5, 6 years older than you, instead of getting what you deserve. Hot, young chicks who put out and don't give you any lip. No two ways about it. My job here as your professor is try to keep you in line. As we begin the new fall semester of Leykis 101, let me remind you of some of the basics here. First of all, those of you who've just matriculated, this is a classroom, and if you're here to learn about how to keep your marriage together, how to keep your marriage spicy and exciting, how to fix your broken relationship, this is the wrong classroom for that. That is not what we teach. Get with the program. The purpose of this course, and again, man, if this is not what you signed up for, I recommend you go to the bursar's office and transfer out of this class immediately. Don't waste your time here. Because the purpose of this class is to help you sharpen your game. The purpose of this class is to help you get laid. To help you get laid with a minimum of time, energy, and money wasted on bitches who don't give you what you paid for. And that is sex. If you don't want to get laid, if getting laid is not your primary motivation in dating, this is not the class for you. If you're the kind of guy who falls in love easily or wants to have a baby and a baby mama, this is not the class for you. Okay, if getting married and staying with your high school sweetheart forever and ever is your goal, there's no reason to be here. Okay? If your desire is to be Sir Lancelot or Sir Walter Raleigh and to be the ultimate in chivalry, opening car doors, sending flowers, cards, teddy bears, goofy little gifts, champagne, roses, candy, this is not your class. Your job is to get laid. That's it. And you must do whatever it takes to get the job done. But here are the things you won't do. You will not go out with anyone more than 3 dates. We believe in the 3 strikes you're outlaw here. If you've been on more than 3 dates with somebody, that's too many. Dump that bitch. If she doesn't put out within 3 dates, she's letting you know there's no chemistry between you. And having 13 dates or 23 dates or 33 dates is not going to make it any better. Eventually you just get mercy sex, like one guy who called in here, you're going to get mercy sex. You don't want that. If she's not hot for you, forget it. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your energy. Stop wasting your money. Leykis 101 students don't spend more than $40 on a date. 0 is optimum. You understand? She decides before you see her whether or not she's having sex with you. Another lobster tail or a visit from a limousine is not going to change her mind. There's no point spending money when she's going to have sex with you or not based on whether there's chemistry between you. That's the reality. And a lot of guys find that hard to accept. It's a blow to the ego if there's no chemistry. But the fact that there's no chemistry is not necessarily a reflection on you or the way you look or the way you are, because one person's trash is another person's treasure. Just because somebody doesn't find you interesting, attractive, or doesn't think you're the kind of person who can give them an orgasm, it doesn't mean somebody else won't feel that way. So rather than taking it as a blow to the ego, save yourself the time and get out. Get out. By the way, the more chicks you solicit, the more likely it is you're going to find chicks with whom you have chemistry. Another rule that we must re-emphasize over and over, and I really have never stated this specifically as a rule, but I've got to state it here. Never be dating one chick. Never. Your job is to have a stable, a harem, a bullpen of chicks who are available when you need them to give you what you want. You know, when a chick tells you, not tonight I have a headache, or not tonight I have to wash my hair, or not tonight I have to study, you should be able to say, well, that's fine, that's okay, hang up the phone, and then you call the next chick on the list. You call someone in from the bullpen. You say, I need someone to pitch the 5th inning, let's go. And you bring her in. And you always have somebody else to bring in. This is why being unmarried is so much better than being married, because once you're married, when she says she's got a headache, you have no options. She has a monopoly on the vagina, and you can't get it anywhere else. That's why you must treasure the years you were unmarried, and you must use them to the fullest extent. Stop with the girlfriend. Stop with the commitment. Stop with trying to impress everybody with how mature you think you are. Remember, when you're young, you have the biggest pool of hot, available, young, nubile chicks that you will ever have in your entire life. You must remember to use that to the max. If you don't have a pitching staff like a Major League ball team with 9 or 10 pitchers, you're not doing the job. You need a stopper, you need a closer, you need a middle relief person, you need a mop-up girl. You need somebody to fulfill all the different roles. Now, what are the roles when you're dating? You need somebody who cleans up well in case you need to bring a chick to a company function. Maybe it's the Christmas party or, the 4th of July barbecue. You need the chick that is so hot and slutty and disgusting that you can't introduce her to anybody else. Maybe to relieve some of the pressure when the other girls aren't available, maybe you need the slightly chunky chick. You go over to her place. Nobody knows about her. You go over there. She's always available because no guy really wants to be her boyfriend. She will get the job done thinking you might want to be the boyfriend. You never, ever say anything to give her the idea there's any kind of commitment. You want the hot chick that you know you can never marry because you don't make enough money for her, but guess what? She's happy to have sex with you. She'll just never marry you. Don't take that as an insult. Take it as an advantage. Guess what? You get to test drive the Maserati before some other sucker buys it. Grab those opportunities. Take them. Run with them. Never, never, never say, well, I don't see a future here, so therefore I don't want to have sex with her. Are you kidding me? I know you guys say it. You guys have called in and said that. Stop it. Your job here is to get laid by every flavor, every color, every height. Well, not every weight, but you know what I'm talking about. With as little commitment as possible. And at her place as often as possible, so she doesn't know where you live, so she can't stalk you, so she can't come to your place on nights when you've got other chicks at your place. You don't want that happening. Obviously, some of these chicks live at home with mommy and daddy, and some of these chicks live with roommates, and sometimes it's impossible to go to their place. But I must tell you, if it is possible, if they live alone, if they've got their own place, you must go over there and do the dirty deed at their place. Stop with this idea that you have to keep bringing chicks to your house. You don't. And anytime you can avoid that, it must be resolutely resisted. Other things to be resolutely resisted as a Leykis 101 student: no having babies, no sex without condoms, no releasing your DNA into the atmosphere. You do not let chicks have your sperm for any reason. Because when they get their hands on it, it's like you've given them the keys to the vault. You've given them a blank check with your name printed at the top. Sperm is money. And women can turn it into money just by implanting it in themselves and having a baby. Never have sex without a condom. Never believe a broad who tells you she can't get pregnant, or she just got the tubes tied, or the doctor said it's impossible, or whatever. Don't believe it. Keep in mind that even when chicks are on the pill, most of them are too stupid or uneducated to know that, for example, if you take antibiotics while you're on the pill, it negates the pill. The pill is not effective. Chicks don't even know how the pill works. Do you know I dated a chick one time who told me she was on the pill? Oh, she was on the pill all right. Instead of taking one on Sunday and one on Monday and one on Tuesday, she took the pill when she had sex. And only when she had sex. If she had sex 4 times in a day, she took a pill 4 times. If she didn't have sex for a week, she didn't take a pill at all. Yeah, she was on the pill. That was one of my 4 abortions, by the way. Oh, yeah. Too stupid to know. Didn't ask the doctor. Didn't do any reading. Didn't do any research. Didn't even read the instruction booklet that came with the pills. Never believe a chick when she says she's on birth control. Never believe a chick when she says the doctor says she can't have kids. Never believe a chick who says she's allergic to latex. Ever gotten that one? We've all gotten that one at one time or another. Oh, no, I'm allergic to latex. I'm not on birth control because I don't want to get fat, and I'm allergic to latex. It's irritating. It irritates me, and I'm allergic. The doctor said I can't have latex. These are women who want to have babies. Do you want to have a baby? Is that what you want? Do you want to give up your education? Do you want to give up your wealth? The possibility of earning wealth? The possibility of having a great career? The possibility of having complete freedom to be anything you want? To have any profession in the world? To travel the world? You want to give that up? So some broad who's hot today will have sex with you and have an orgasm with you, and you have an orgasm with her, and she has a baby. And therefore, all your hopes and dreams go down the drain because you have to pay for that baby. Is that what you want? Think hard. As much as you want to get laid, is that the life you want? You must protect your future. And you must do it with condoms. And don't believe chicks when they say they can't get pregnant. Always use a condom, even when they say that. Please. Now, these are the basics. There's much more to Leykis 101, including the fact that we don't date single mothers. We just don't. Okay? We avoid those like the plague. If you've got questions about the rules and regulations, if you've got questions on how to sharpen your game, on how to get laid, and if you're not one of those people who's married and trying to spice up your marriage, if you're not one of the people who wants to fix a broken relationship, then you call me right now, 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. And if you're a woman who wants to know how men think, your professor is here to help. Many of our female students get very angry at what is taught in this classroom, the tenets of Leykis 101. Your professor is here to smooth out those rough edges and to explain, look, girls, nothing personal. This is just the way guys think. And those who don't think this way find out the hard way that they ought to be thinking this way. Ladies, you can call us as well at 1-800-5800-TOM. All right, class has begun for the new fall semester of Leykis 101. Your calls are coming up next.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Leykis.
If a man really wants to have relationships with women, he can have relationships with one woman after another. And the minute she starts going, honey, it's been 2 years. Isn't it time you gave me a ring? Bam! You cut her off and you have a relationship with the next woman.
It's Leykis 101 on the Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis 101. I am your professor. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. All right, let's start the new fall semester with Miguel on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Miguel.
Oh, hello, Tom.
Yes.
Thanks for taking my call. I am a father. I have sinned. I'm in desperate need of your advice.
Okay.
Up until this summer, I've been, going with the whole Leykis 101 thing, and I love the lifestyle that I've provided for myself while sticking to the rules. And I've been listening to you for a couple of years now, and turning a lot of my unhappy friends onto you, and it's worked out pretty cool. But I was messing around with this girl for a little while, and she, it got old, and we just decided that we weren't for each other kind of thing, like as far as what we were on the same page as far as everything, and so we stopped messing around. Well, 2 months later, I continued, with my life, and 2 months later, she calls me up and tells me that she's 2 months late on her birth control. Or no, on her period, and that she thinks that she might be pregnant. She didn't want to scare me, but she wanted to let me know. And, of course, I started panicking because I made the biggest mistake that I've ever done, and I'm totally paying for it with everything. And that's that I didn't use a condom once when
Why not?
I messed up. I mean, I can't say it was because I was drunk, but it really was. I was hammered.
But haven't I been telling you need to use a condom 100% of the time?
Yes.
So why didn't you do it?
I just messed up. I can't.
No, you messed up means you didn't use a condom one time. You didn't just mess up. You made a conscious decision to go against what I taught you.
Yeah, and I was using condoms with her throughout, and it was just like the one time we ended up going out to the beach and going like it just like I was just dumb, and I mean there's nothing really, like I beat myself up about it so much, and I've known because I know better, and I just don't really know what to do now because we had agreed that we were. And
then what have I told you to do when a chick gets pregnant?
Get an abortion.
Right. And didn't I tell you when she gets the abortion, you go with her?
Yes. And see, the thing is that we'd agreed that would be best for us if she got an abortion. So I thought, okay, we'll schedule it out, and I'm going to take you and all that stuff. And we agreed, and it was good, And there I go and I messed up again. I gave her the money for it.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I just thought that maybe that would just show her that I was serious about going through the abortion, or that I wasn't trying to.
You know how you know you're serious? You're going with her and you're paying for it. That's how you know she's serious about getting it.
Yeah.
If she tells you she doesn't want you coming along, I smell a rat.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Did she tell you she didn't want you coming?
No, not at all. And she was all for it.
So why didn't you go?
Well, no, the thing is that she didn't schedule it. Instead, she went to this place that ended up being like, she didn't want to go to Planned Parenthood because she says that's where the crackheads went. And I figured, okay, well, I don't want to make her uncomfortable because she's already doing what we've agreed. So I said, okay, well, choose a place that's going to be better and then go. And she ended up going to some place that was all religious, and they put all these ideas in her head and made her think more than about it. And
see, if you were there with her, that wouldn't have happened, would it?
No, that's totally right.
Why didn't you go?
I hadn't even thought, I hadn't even thought about this.
Haven't I told you that you need to go with them when they have the abortion?
And see, the thing is that
Have I told you that? Did you hear me say that?
Yes, you have told me.
Did you hear me say that?
Yes.
Why didn't you do what I said?
I just trusted that she was going to do it.
Why would you trust? Why would you trust? What is the trusting? Why would you trust her?
Because I'm dumb. That's really all I can think
Didn't I tell you not to trust women in this case? Never trust them when it comes to pregnancy. Never trust them when they say, my doctor says I can't get pregnant, or I'm allergic to latex, or don't worry, I just want to feel you. Haven't I told you don't believe a word they say?
Yes, you told me over and over.
And you thought you knew more than I did.
Never, but I apparently by my actions it seems like that, but I never thought. I just know.
If you didn't think you knew more than I did, you'd do what I say.
That is true.
You thought you knew better. You thought you had it all under control, Mr. Cool. You had it all taken care of.
I totally did. Oh, you're so right.
But you had nothing under control. You know, you could have taken control. All you had to do was pick an abortion clinic that wasn't Planned Parenthood yourself. And then tell her we have an appointment. We're going this Thursday. At 9 a.m. We're going.
I tried to do that, and but by then she had already, because I found a place online, and I figured, okay, well, if maybe she doesn't want to go to Planned Parenthood because she doesn't want to, because, you know, it's a small town, and maybe she doesn't want everybody to know that, you know, about.
You could have taken her to another town.
That's what I said. So I looked for a place out of the town, and she said, "Oh, well, don't worry about it. I've found a place, and I have an appointment here." And I said, "All right on." And then just me, like, yeah, I messed up, and I trusted it.
You let this thing spin out of control, and now you're going to pay for it.
Yes, that's the whole.
Because now the born-again nutcases, the Sarah Palin fans, they all got a hold of your girl there, and they made her feel guilty for doing something that's absolutely normal and legal.
Yeah, but let me tell you the worst part about this, Tom, is that I found out that she's been partying. Not that I care what she does with her life anymore, but now it's affecting me because she's been partying and, like, sniffing coke, and, like, I just can't handle the thought, because now it's like, okay, then if you're not trying to go through with it, then get an abortion and follow our agreement. But she's not doing that, and at the same time, she's just because I'm, like, kind of distancing myself from her. Like, she's using that as an excuse to be all messed up and, you know, just go get faded on.
I mean, isn't she aware of what sniffing coke will do while you're pregnant?
No, she knows. She knows, and then I talked to her, and after, like, being angry and everything, I was like, okay, I got to take control of this. So I started being being there, like, hanging out with her, like, as friends. I let her know that I care about her as a tight friend, not as a lover, and And so she was like, oh yes, I'm gonna try my best to be better, you know, for myself, and not just because it's bad for the baby, but it's bad for myself. But the whole time I've let her know that.
So she's already talking about the baby.
No, I've never said, but I don't see how she can say that when she's over here being so self-destructive that it just really, really makes me...
Because somebody convinced her that having an abortion was bad, bad, bad. So instead of having an abortion, she'll do it the slow way. It's like the people who don't have the guts to commit suicide. So they eat themselves to death or they drink themselves to death. It's the same thing. Here's somebody who's been told abortion is wrong, so she'll have an abortion another way.
You're so right, Tom. I came to that conclusion today, but that's what I thought that was going on, that she was hoping she'd miscarriage so she wouldn't be on her conscience. But it's not happening. She's still doing everything, and it's like I just don't really know what to do because, I tried so hard to just be cool with her, and like I even took her to a concert this weekend just to be like show her a good time, and you know this is life is with the way we are, and it's fun, and everything's gonna change, but she just I don't know. I even offered. I said, hey, if you go through with the agreement, I'd like to go do something fun. Let's get it. I have a good idea. Let's go somewhere to Hawaii or something, and it'll be fun, you know. And I'm just telling her stuff to let her know that
would be bad for the baby.
Yeah, that I've never ever said that. Oh yes, let's go through with it. Let's take care of it. I don't want to force her to do anything she doesn't want to do, but this is
why not?
This is how I feel. Well,
if you can guilt trip her into doing what she doesn't want to do, that's perfect.
And I tried that too, and then she tried to reverse that on me, like I was so horrible and how this and that, and
there we go.
It's just a whole mind game, and I just don't.
She's having your baby. What a lovely way of saying how much money she's taken from you.
Oh my God, I know, it's so bad. I just I've been through every single stage of this, like the whole depression to anger, everything. Now I just don't really know what I'm up to next. I mean, you
know what we say on this program? It's like the old sign at the gas station: we don't fix bad brake jobs.
I know.
I gave you all the information you needed, buddy. You violated everything that you remembered. You had sex without a condom. You gave her the money for the abortion instead of going there with her. You didn't provide her with a good alternative, like, bam, right out of your mouth. Here, this is where we're going to go. This is what we're going to do. It has to be like a hit-and-run accident. You have to get that done as quickly as possible before she has a chance to discuss it with people. But you didn't. You let it drag on and on. You gave her the money. You gave her all the time in the world, and this is what you get.
She's still confused whether she wants to do it or not.
Well, there's going to come a time when it's going to be too late. She's not going to be able to get an abortion.
I know it's still not too late. So that's why I haven't given up as far as like wanting an abortion.
Well, you haven't given up wanting it, but you didn't do anything to prevent her getting pregnant.
That's true. That is so true. I mean, I have nothing to say against that, dude. I mean, I have no excuses for my behavior. I really don't. I just know that, I don't know, that whatever I can do now to try to help myself, it was going to decide.
Get a second job, because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
And when I want that 1995 oil change, I want you to check my wiper fluid as well.
Yeah. Definitely. So
Pal, that is exactly where you're heading.
So there's nothing that I haven't really thought about maybe that I might be able to do. You might recommend.
Yeah. Well, use a condom. You could have done that.
Yes, that's good. And
don't give her money. Don't give her money for an abortion. You could have done that. Yeah. Pick a place and make sure she gets there. You could have done that. So you ignore every warning I've given you, every rule I've given you, and now that you have driven past every road closed sign with your car, you just broke down the barriers, kept driving. Now that you're at the end of the road and you're looking down a cliff, now you want to know what you should do.
That's kind of how it appears to be, huh, Tom?
And that isn't how it appears to be, baby. That's how it is.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Now, how would you say dump that bitch in Chinese?
把那个小鸡扔掉.
What would that mean literally?
It would be like, take that slut and throw her in the trash. throw her out.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis 101. I'm Tom Leykis, your professor. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Are you on the Tom Leykis Show? Hello. Are you there?
Hi, Tom. How are you after that last conversation?
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm sure he's not.
Oh, I know he's not. He's an idiot, Tom. And I'm glad you gave it to him that way, because I wish there was a pill for common sense, because he needs to take some of it.
He really does.
On a daily basis. I believe that he would absolutely trust her after her getting pregnant.
I know.
He is an idiot.
He is.
A real idiot, Tom. I'm glad you gave it to him like that, because there are a lot of men out there that are gullible, and they believe what a woman says, and I'm glad that you have a show that actually educates men on what they need to do, because they obviously don't know. And even after he listens to you, he still messes up.
I know. What's the deal there? Then he wants me to fix it. After he ignores everything I've told him, now he wants me to fix it.
Tom, it doesn't matter what you say. He's still going to do what he wants to do. And I really cannot believe that story. I was appalled. I'm sitting here. I can't believe it. Obviously, he doesn't have all of his marbles in a basket because even after she got pregnant the first time, he still trusts her enough to take his money and go to a clinic by herself.
Yeah, he gave her money to go to the clinic. Yeah, go by yourself. Go take care of that. Let me know how it works out. Jesus. 1-800-5800-TOM. John on Leykis 101. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
First time, long time.
Yeah.
I have a situation. I've been dating this girl for a year and a half.
Why?
And, why? I don't know why. I'm stupid.
What do you mean you don't know why? You're in love! You love her!
Yeah, well, I was dumb enough to let her move in with me, too.
Strike two.
Well, here's the situation. I basically caught her talking to her ex-buddy, and I really don't know what to do with the situation. She keeps begging me.
What do you mean you don't know what to do?
Well, she keeps begging me and crying not to leave, and I don't know. It's just I kind of feel for her.
Oh, Jesus. She's at your place. You're not leaving.
No, I'm not going to leave. Of course not.
She's begging you not to leave? How can you leave? She's the one who's leaving.
She's begging me not to kick her out, I guess.
Begging you not to kick her out. Well, that's just not acceptable. Period. End of story.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Zero tolerance policy.
All right.
Now she can talk to her ex all she wants from her own apartment.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even know. I kind of feel for her, too, because she's never actually, been out on her own. This is her first time.
Well, that's coming soon, and she's going to learn fast. You can tell her the benefits, too. Now you can talk to him anytime you like. No more hiding. All the talking you want to do, honey, you can do it.
Right. Okay.
I notice the ex isn't paying her rent.
No, he's not. I am. I'm paying her car payment, too.
Why are you doing that? Seriously, I want to know why you're doing that.
When I first met her, she was driving a pretty crappy car, so...
That's not your problem. She's driving a crappy car because she's a lazy bitch.
Right. That's the thing, it's the other thing, too, is she's always worked since ever since I've known her, and I really haven't seen her ever put anything into all the bills or anything. It's just, I don't know what she does with her money. I have no idea. I pay for everything.
And you allowed it to happen.
Yeah. This is the second time, too. I was married before.
So you've done this before?
Yeah.
And why did you need to have another relationship after you were married to a slug?
I think it's just I've always been in a relationship, and I guess I'm not used to being alone.
Yeah, well. And you feel sorry for your girlfriend because she's not used to being alone. You see, this is what my therapist has told me so many times, and it's true. We tend to hook up with people who are like us.
Right. Right. You're completely right.
Then you feel sorry for her, not because of her. You feel sorry for her because you would be afraid to be alone.
Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, I'm looking around, and there's all these women everywhere, and they're all trying to talk to me. I mean, I feel tied down.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll move in with the next one 3 weeks after this one moves out.
Yeah, I really don't think I want to do that.
Because you're lonely.
Yeah, I don't think I'll make that mistake a third time.
Why are you making her car payment? Stop that tomorrow.
You're right, I need...
Whose name is that car registered in?
It's in her name.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's in her name.
So essentially you're paying for sex.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, huh?
Well, you could have hired a professional who'd do a better job.
Yeah, it probably would have been cheaper, too.
Probably would have looked better, too.
Well, that's the thing. She's really, really pretty. And she really has a good personality, and everybody...
Well, then she should go and become what she is, a whore.
Yeah, because that's what I really feel like she is right now.
Well, if you think she's a whore, then why would you waste one more second living with her?
You're right. You know what? I'm going to dump her. You're right. I'm going to let her go. Thank you,
You have
Tom.
to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to. Thank you. Appreciate it, Tom.
Give us an update, John.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Brandy on the Tom Leykis Show, Leykis 101. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. It seems like you're belittling women. Not all women out there are gold diggers.
No one said all women are gold diggers.
No, they're not, because you got women like me who have a full-time job, go to school full-time. Yeah, I have no kids, but, I don't need a man to take care of me.
Well, that's what the fat and fuglies generally say, and I must say that's perfectly fine. You should be working. You should be studying hard. You should be working hard, because no man will pay your bills.
Well, you know what? There are men who will pay my bills, but you know what? I can take care of myself.
Yeah,
okay?
but they're all 55 years old.
All these men that are out there talking about I pay her bills and this bill, I'm going to kick her to the curb. They got women who have no self-esteem.
But those are attractive women they're talking about.
They're attractive women?
Yes. You know they're attractive because they don't work and they're not paying their own bills. You, on the other hand, you're working, you're paying bills, you say you don't need a man. How tall are you, darling?
I'm 5'7".
How much do you weigh?
My gosh, look at you. I weigh 130.
130. It's in the
Size
ballpark.
38 double D breasts that are real, too.
38 double D, not 34 double D? I think you weigh more than you say.
You know what? Okay.
Darling, I've been feeling up breasts for years, not only personally, but professionally, because I've been signing racks forever. And 38 double D is not 34 or 32 double D. There's some chunka there.
Look at you. Well, you know what? Size does not all matter.
Size doesn't matter.
There are some big women out there that are beautiful women.
And you're big, right?
We're going to have sex with some skinny
You are not 130, are you?
No, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, seriously. For some reason, I have always had big breasts.
Come down to the studio. Darling, unless your breast weighs 60 pounds, you come down to the studio and we're going to have you a weigh-in.
What do I win?
You don't win anything. The zero-tolerance policy, darling, you're gone. You're out! The T word. George Carlin said he doesn't understand why that word's on the list, but it is. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Luis on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom?
Yes.
Hey, Louis. I just wanted to see if you could give me some advice.
Yes.
Because I just got home from work and I seen my girlfriend's cell phone. And
why do you have a girl? Wait, you're how old? 23, it says here? You're 23? Are you 23 years old?
Sir.
Is that a yes or a no?
Hello?
Yes, you're 23, aren't you?
Sir, yes I am, 23.
Okay, and you have a girlfriend.
It's 23 also. And
Well, that's a mistake right there, but go ahead. You came home, and she lives with you. That's strike two, and what did you find?
Oh, I came home from work, and she's been acting strange lately these past 2 weeks, and I opened her cell phone, and I guess I found somebody else's number, but I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on, or I don't really know what's going on.
Well, you do know what's going on. You're too much of a coward to confront it.
Well, it's that, but I'm not sure just what to do.
Kick her ass out is what you do, and stop having girlfriends.
Yep.
I tend to believe you are too much of a pussy to do the right thing. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.